Hello again, this is Jay, and in this video, I'm going to go over Instagram and Instagram marketing. In the previous video, we went over FanPrint, and in the very last video, I went over how it was very easy to set up a Facebook fan page, and then obviously go into your ads manager and put up a image ad or a post, and then run ads to the post that you put up with your FanPrint product. In this video, I'm going to show you how to market with Instagram, and you can market absolutely anything with Instagram. It can be for business, physical products, digital products. It can be for anything that you would like. Instagram is huge, and it's a really, really underutilized social platform for e-commerce, in my eyes. There's a lot of people that are utilizing it now, but in 2017, there's been a huge jump in it, especially with the amount of influencers that you can find to sell your products. So the first thing I'm going to go over, obviously, is you're going to need an Instagram account, okay? Once you have your account, which many people, I'm sure, who are watching this video do have, I'm just going to go over some really basic stuff. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding people who have a very large following and a high engagement rate for their pages, for the posts that they put up. So as you can see here, I just did a simple search. And I just want to go over searches real quick with you as it is. So just say I did type in Marvel. It's going to bring up all the Marvels, but I always go for the hashtags, okay, to bring back the top post for that keyword, okay? And that's what I did here. And this is what I brought back with all the top posts. So as you can see, when I'm looking at these, you're like 13,000 likes, 4,000, 3,000, 1,000, 2,900, 73. So these are all the top posts. And this is where I actually look to find influencers, which are the owners of these pages. And then I'm going to message them or email them and ask them if they would be willing to share my product as a promotion on their page, or have them do a story. So one of the two. Usually it's just a post and they post it on there for you and they put your link in their bio. So when someone does visit the bio and clicks the link, it should go to your website or your product so you get that sale or that lead or whatever you're going after. In our case, it's always going to be products. So as you can see, this one has 13,008. 14,000 likes. And as you can see, this person has 175,000 followers, okay, for this Force Daily, this page here. And if I start looking at his posts have a very high engagement. 14,000, 14,000, 8,000. So he only has 175,000 followers, and he's getting really, really good engagement. This is what you want to see. Okay? So the rule of thumb that I go by is I want to see at least a 5% engagement for the total amount of followers that are here. This gives me kind of like a baseline to where if I do a promotion with this individual, that I'll have a better chance of getting sales or return on my promotion. Okay. One of the things that I'm going to go over later is when we get into actually contacting them is a couple different strategies to actually do promotions with them. So it's not just, it doesn't always have to be money. Okay. So as we're going through here, this is a really good page this guy has going on here, all right? And a lot of times I like just to go through and look just to see if there's anything that he has promoted, okay? Is there any other post that does have a picture or, something else in it that's going to make me think that someone was selling, okay? This post did very well. So now that you have that, that's the basics of it, all right, for finding influencers. It's really simple. You take some time, you do some really good keyword searches, you find the pages that have a really good, engagement and good following, and then you start going over their posts to see if they're going to meet the criteria that you're looking for, okay? So in order to figure out the whole 5% as the baseline, I do have a simple little sheet that I'm going to give you guys as it is. All right, and it's going to take all the followers, it's going to average the engagement out and give you the percentage rate of what it is. So this would be 175. And then I would just take the average of the posts that we saw, okay? So So this one was 14,000. It's 12. I can tell already, just from the amount of numbers that this guy is doing, that this is going to definitely meet the criteria. And it just has to be, excuse me, it just has to be, you know, a few of the most recent ones. I just average it out with 5. All right, but as you can see, as I'm going down here, that obviously this is going to work out, this guy. All right, I'm at 6% now, and I think the other couple that I was looking at were still 13 or yeah, he's definitely going to meet it, okay? But this is just an easy little tool to figure it out, to make sure you're not getting someone who has like 2% engagement, meaning they'll have like 175,000 followers, but they're only getting like 1,000 likes to their posts, okay? So this one would easily work out. And this Excel spreadsheet, this will be in your below or near the video around here for you guys to download, so you can, you know, utilize this spreadsheet. So just to go over another one, I mean, here's another one for Star Wars, 85,000, okay? Now, what I want to go over now is actually how you reach out to these people. So I found a page that I like, okay? The next thing I want to do is I want to actually reach out to them to see if they even offer a promotion or a shout-out is what they're called, okay? So as you can see in this one right here, this guy has it in here to email him at starwars_general@yahoo.com. Okay, and if you click this link actually takes you to a YouTube video of his, and he's did very well. He's got like 20-something thousand views on it. But you would want to email, you copy this email down and email the owner of this page, asking him if he would be interested in sharing your products on his page in a shout out and including your link in the bio. So where you see this GOO, this is a Google shortened link. Where you see this, it's this link here, this is where your link would go, okay? And then obviously you provide him with the image and the caption below the image, you know, telling the people the, you know, the call to action, all right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over just some basic email templates that I'm also going to give you so you can reach out to these individuals and, you know, start actually doing shout outs and, you know, doing, you know, incredible numbers, okay? I recently did a shout out, and it was for a Joker villain shirt, licensed product, okay? And it was 20 bucks, and I cleared over $340, okay, for a $20, you know, ad spend, if you want to call it. But I mean, the ROI to that is nothing to what, I mean, really to what you would ever get on Facebook, okay? I was like blown away with it, all right, how easy it was. So then I did another one, and then I did another one. In totally different niches, totally different products, okay? Some were a fan print one, which did very well. That one's still going on. And so far, we've already cleared over, like, you know, 18 sales, all right? So that's over $400 in sales, all right? So that, you know, that was only $10, okay? So one of the things you want to consider is that when you look at these groups, okay, usually the smaller the size of the following, the cheaper the price. Okay, so the bigger the size usually is more, and it can go anywhere from $100 for an hour to $100 for 24 hours, or you know what I mean. It all depends on the person, and a lot of it has to do with if they've been approached before and they did this a couple times. Obviously, this guy does because he has this email in here, and he says, you know, tag to be featured, email me. So obviously, he's well aware that people have reached out to him, which doesn't surprise me with the engagement that this guy has, have reached out to him to do promotions, okay? So like I was saying, you're going to want to reach out to these individuals. Now, you can easily just message them, all right? So you could easily message the people, or you could actually email them, okay? Very nice. So I'm going to pull over this little chart here, okay? And in this is a bunch of stuff that I put together for you, okay? So one of the things that's in here, obviously, is a simple shout-out message. Hello, I noticed that your fan page is really nice and you have a great engagement. I have some great products that I think your followers would love. I was wondering if you would do promotions. And if you do, what are your options? Then thanks, then obviously your name. I mean, it's a simple message. You can message them right on Instagram, okay? Or if they have email, always email them. All right, you usually get a faster response through email than you do messaging them on Instagram. That's just my personal preference. But you have a nice message that you can give them, and then when they get back to you, you'll be surprised. Okay, I had one individual that they didn't even know what a promotion was. Okay, so I explained it to them, and then all I did was offer them a shirt. Like I offered them the product for free to do the promotion. So for me, it was like a $12 item. You know what I mean? And I mean, he got the shirt, he did the promotion, and I made a lot of money off of it, a few $100s off of that. Okay, so always keep that in mind. You can offer your product. You can offer, obviously, if they come back with a list of what options are, okay, then you're going to want to, pick what they offer. And I always just do one shout out just to see if it works out. Like if everything works out, he does everything he says he's going to do. Is it going to be on there for 24 hours or an hour? Okay. But after you contact them, all right, here's a simple email too. All right. Looking for promotion sound on your Instagram. Hello, I run an online store where I sell and the niche items. So it would be like, you would say Batman or Star Wars items. I think your fan base will love. I'm just wondering if you offer promotions. It's kind of the same premise as the other one, okay? And once you send these out, they're always going to get back to you, okay? So when they do get back to you, you might get a return email that'll say, yeah, here's the terms of the shout out. 1 hour is $20, 2 hours is $40, 6 hours is $50. And this is a return that I got from the Joker, one of the Joker promotions that I did, all right? I found someone else who did it for $20, but he gave me 24 hours. So I went with him, okay? But you will find people that'll charge $120 for 72 hours or $40 for 2 hours. But those 2 hours, you might get 6,000 likes. I mean, that's why you want to really average out the engagement for 5%. And you got to want to make sure that they have a good fan base. Okay, you know what I mean? It should be above, you want it like hundreds of thousands, 80,000, you know what I mean? So a good amount. You don't want it to be like 10,000 or 5, you know what I mean? You want them to have a very good following, lots of posts, lots of interaction, okay? But this will just give you an idea of what you can, they'll come back with, all right? So when they do decide to come back, that's when, obviously you're going to want to follow up with them, okay? So if you agree on the payment and you pay them, you can easily pay them through PayPal or you can ship them a product like I did. The third way is to actually do rev share with them. So I would tell them I'll split 50% of any revenue that I make for all the sales that I make, and then I'll send it to you through PayPal. And they love this just as much because they're still making out. Now, most pages that have a high turnout, they did this for a little while, they like rev share because usually they'll make more money off of you than they would by charging you $70 or $50 for a day. Okay, so that's always something to think of. If you're short on cash, you can also do rev share where you can find the person, email them, get in contact, ask them. If they agree, then obviously you would say, I've sent my payment over, for whatever the shout out is. You would obviously reword this, your product is sent out, or here's the 50%, here's the product, all right? Then here's the information for the shout out. The caption, the images are below. I've included images in this email. Please feel free to choose which image you feel would work best for your audience, okay? I always ask them, I always give them a couple images and ask them, which one do you think would work out better? Instead of just saying, here's the image, here's the link, have at it, all right? If this person is experienced with their page, they'll take a look and be like, no, that wouldn't do good, or what, that will rock. I mean, they'll let you know, okay? So below this, and here's the caption. Here's the caption that would be in the ad. So it would be all of this. And then obviously, you would have your links in here and the product name. Okay, this is just generic, so you guys can use this. This is exactly what I've used. Okay, now I didn't use the total 50 plus 10 that was for another promotion that I did. Okay, but you can easily delete that out. But if you offer an Insta, like a promotion code on Instagram, people actually put them in. I've used promotions on Facebook, and I've had numerous times where someone buys my product, okay, and then they email me back like 2 hours later and say, I didn't even see the promo code in the post. Can you please lower the you know what I'm saying? Can I, so then I refund some of their money. But I mean, it's really funny to see how that works. Okay. So always keep that in mind. You have 3 ways to do it. Obviously, you have money, you have rev share, and then you can also offer your product to them, like in exchange for their services for doing the promotion. Okay. Some people, like I said, are experienced, like this gentleman is. Star Wars General, he's experienced. He has his email here. Okay. Many other people that we've looked at don't have anything there. I mean, there's nothing here, so I would have to message him. Okay. So once you're done, you emailed them, you messaged them, they got back to you, and then you come to the terms and you send it over. All right. Make sure that when you have this in here, always have follow at in your page. Ask them to follow you off your page. Okay. Have that as a first thing, because if they follow you, all the posts and everything you have in your page they're going to see anyways, which is going to bring more likes, more followers to you, and more money. Okay. So it's building up your page on top of you making money. All right. Think of your page as like an email list on steroids, really. Okay. With Instagram, with email, if you got 5 or 6 emails a day of the, you know what I mean? You would get annoying. You probably would unsubscribe. On Instagram, you could do 2 or 3 or 4 posts, every day, and they'll love all of them, if you get what I'm saying. So always keep that in mind, to have that in there, to follow. Always have limited, always have your shipping, add some features in there, and then always click the link in my bio to buy now. Click the link in my, always have that other call to action, so they actually go to the bio and purchase. Okay. So go all the way to the top up here. Now, what I did is this is what I use. So if I find an influencer and I'm going to work with them, I got his name, I got his email, I have his username, the link. This is the link used on Instagram. Okay. The terms of the shout out or whatever it is. Okay. And then the dates. So if I'm going to do 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever it may be, that's what I'm going to do for the shout outs. And then obviously just keep filling this out the same way as I've added here. Just keep filling it out like a little profile for each influencer. Okay. It's very, very important. Okay. So once you fill out the, this right here, and then you have your email and everything else, now I have a calendar here. Okay. So this is just generic calendar that you can use. These are all, shout outs that are scheduled and emailed, and it has everything. Link in the bio, emailed, 24-hour shootout, 1 hour. You can list it in there. So you have a daily record of what's actually going on, so you don't lose track. So it gives you a much better way to track your shout outs that you'll be using. Okay. You'll also get this in below. So you'll have all the messages, you have the emails and everything else to do your shout outs for, your products. Okay. Okay. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention also is that when you're doing your shout outs, okay, or you're doing your post for a product or whatever it may be. All right. When you go to the post, all right, you see it in the image here. Okay. The best image is 1080 by 1080 for Facebook. I mean, for Instagram. Okay. So that's what you're really going to want to, have your picture be. The image size should be 1080 by 1080. Okay, make sure the caption's good, and make sure the images that you do offer him are very relevant to his page. Okay, that's a huge, but I mean, this is by far the best ROI I've ever gotten on my money ever. I mean, I'm just being honest, ever. The amount of interaction you get is just incredible from a small amount of money. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. I still do Facebook ads. I highly recommend Facebook ads. But I strongly, strongly recommend Instagram, okay? And using the influencers on Instagram to shout your posts out with high engagement, and they'll bring sales in. I mean, it's like I said, you don't have to go with the ones that are $150 for an hour. You can take your time, do searches, look around, and you'll see many of the lower ones, the smaller ones that, like I said, I found someone she didn't even know. Like, she had no idea that you could do that. I mean, it was like $10. So who can't waste $10 to make a couple $100? Everyone can. Okay. So that is influencers. Like I said, I have the messages for you. I have everything on here for you to actually jump on this and take it, start right away by doing this right away. Okay. And like I said, with FanPrint and doing shout outs on Instagram, I mean, listen, you're only paying for the marketing. So if you're using FanPrint, then you have a great shirt. You find something on here you find a fan page on here for whatever shirt you're going to choose. And there's tons of pages on here for all the licensed products they have, as you know. Okay. It's really easy to spend $10 or $20 and make a few $100s in a day easy with just one shout out. And what I recommend is if you have success with the shout out, reach back out to that person and see if you can buy in bulk. So I want to, instead of, if it was, $20 for one day, ask them if you gave them $100 if he would do 5 days or something like that, a bulk shout out. So every 5 days you would have 5 different images, you know what I mean? That you could line up to where every day was a different shout out, but it was all your product. You know what I mean? And see how that goes. So always keep in contact with them. And then this is a real big one. You'd be surprised how many people on here. So this guy has this fan page of 175,000. He might have 4 or 5 pages like this that have to do with Star Wars. I'm dead serious. I didn't even think about this until I started mailing people out and then talking to them and showing the products that I have and blah, blah, blah. And then when the shout out went well, he said, well, I have 3 more pages that are all related to the same thing. I think that your product would do well on those 3 as well. So then I worked out, like I said, a bulk plan for his other 3 pages. So don't, if you do 1 page with them and it's good, ask him, do you have any more pages? Or ask him nonchalantly if he'll be willing to do a bulk, shout out for you, where it could be 3 of his pages with 3 or 4 different shout outs all at the same time. And that's when it's insane. I mean, that's when you're getting thousands of likes a day. It's absolutely incredible what happens to your post and your page and everything else. Okay, make sure you always ask them to follow you in your caption. All right, you'd be surprised how many people will come over and follow your page just from having that in there. Okay, especially if they like your image, you're going to go to your page. They're going to see other images on there that they're going to like, and then they're going to follow you, and that's what you want. Okay, so with that being said, one of the things that I want to touch on that just about no one talks about is Instagram ads. And I'm not talking about Instagram ads on Facebook. I'm talking about Instagram ads on Instagram. From Instagram, you can set the ads up on your phone in 5 minutes. And they crank, okay? They're great, but I'm going to go over that in the next video. This has to do with influencers. You have the emails, you have the scripts, you will have the Excel sheet here, so you can get your 5% to make sure they're going to engage correctly with you. And like I said, honestly, a lot of it is just searching. So even if it was just dogs, I would say hashtag dogs, and that's going to bring all the top posts up. Okay, so click on this one, Smooth Smith 8. And obviously this isn't about dogs. This is about a lady, an older lady. Yeah, very good. So let's find one that's just for dogs. I'm just going to click on one randomly here. Okay, 222 followers. He doesn't have anything in his, in his bio. So you could reach out to him. Yep, his numbers look good. You can tell after a little while which ones look good. The spreadsheets, just to make sure when they're smaller, when it's say if it's 75 or 50,000, you might want to check it. But this, if you are into German Shepherd dogs with their shirts like this right here, that would be something you would want to think about. All right. Yep. So this was a shout out that he did, I'm assuming, or it might be his own product line. Okay. But this is something that he did. And look at this. Love this. Love this. He got a lot of interaction with it. 993 likes in 10 hours. So in 10 hours, he got 1,000 likes. Okay? I guarantee you this guy made sales off of this promotion right here. I'm glad I got to find one for you live while we were doing this. Okay? This is exactly what you want to do. So you would easily just have a fan print shirt in here. Have the caption that I told you to put in there. So you would have I would definitely have them follow me. He doesn't have that here. Have them follow you, and then have him there. Go shop now, get this now. Add the little emojis and stuff in there. Okay, you can do that with your phone. What I gave you is just text. Okay, have that in there, and then you're good to go. Okay, look at it, 100% satisfaction guaranteed, worldwide shipping. He has everything in there. Okay, that's exactly what you want to do. Just definitely have in there, please follow me at your page on top of here too. Okay, and then shop the link in the bio, and then at the bottom I would have, click the link in the bio again. Okay, so you have a really nice example right here that you're looking at for, a dog German Shepherd T-shirt. So this is the end of this video for influencers. You will have all the information that I just shared with you provided in the members area by the video here. And in the next video, I'll go over Instagram ads on Instagram. See you in the next video.